Hi, pupils, and welcome to the channel Tanya's Polyglot. In today's lesson, we are going to learn the present perfect. If you want to learn or master this topic, please stay.
Welcome to Language Adventure with Tanya. Imagine exploring the world through its languages. Picture yourself strolling past the Eiffel Tower, diving into the rich history of Germany, or savoring the vibrant culture of Spain. Each language opens a door to new experiences, friendships, and understanding. Whether you're mastering English, dancing to Korean rhythms, or savoring French cuisine, every word you learn is a step on this exciting journey. Let's embark on this adventure together and unlock the beauty of communication across the globe.
So, you must be wondering what is the present perfect? And the answer is simple. The present perfect is used to connect the past with the present. It is used when an action happened in the past but has relevance or connection to the present. It's often used to talk about experiences, recent actions, or situations that started in the past and continue in the present. So now let's see how the past participle works. For example, if you see here, we have and has. Immediately when you see have or has and after a verb, you'll know that it's the present perfect, right? And keep in mind that we will use the auxiliary verb have with the subject pronoun I, you, we, and they. And we will use has with he, she, and it. Now let's see the structure of the present perfect. Keep in mind that we will use the subject plus the auxiliary verb have and has plus the past participle of the verb or the verb in past participle plus the complement. So let's see some examples for you to understand a little bit better what I said previously. Remember, subject in blue, right? What is the subject? I, she, I, and they in these examples. Well, what is the auxiliary verb of present perfect? Have and has, right? In red. Then we have the past participle or the verb in past participle, eaten, visited, seen, traveled. It's similar to the verbs in past, but no. Remember that the verb has three conjugations, we can say. They are in its base form. Then we have in the past, and then we have the past participle of the verbs. So the third category is the one that you will use with this grammar structure. Keep in mind that we have the complement in black. I have eaten breakfast. She has visited London. I have seen that movie. They have traveled to Japan. So now let's see the negative sentences in the present perfect. We have the subject plus the auxiliary verb have and has plus not to deny something, right? Plus the past participle of the verb plus the complement, and keep in mind that you can say to deny something, right? In negative, have not or has not, or you can contract them and say haven't is equal to have not, or hasn't that is equal to has not. So now guys, let's see the negative structure. Subject plus auxiliary verb have and has plus not plus the past participle of the verb plus the complement. I have not finished my homework. If you see here, I didn't contract haven't or hasn't. I use it in the base form of not, right? But then I decided to contract it for you to get used to it. She hasn't visited Paris. They haven't seen that movie. I haven't read that book. He hasn't called me. It's up to you guys which negative form do you want to use when you express yourself in present perfect. But it's correct to say I have not, or I has not, or I hasn't, or I haven't, depending also on the subject. Be careful with that and pay attention to those details and try like to memorize or relate with which subjects you will use have or has. Now let's see questions in the present perfect. You will use, remember, always in English. When you want to make a question, the auxiliary verb will come always from the beginning. Have, has, plus the subject, plus the past participle of the verb, plus the complement, plus the question mark. Let's see more examples. So then we have here examples. Remember the auxiliary verb have and has from the beginning because it's a question. Only will be in second place, for example, when you decided to add W equation, right? But I didn't make any example with WH questions because I needed to focus that have and has should be always from the beginning, especially when you will ask a question. Have has plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb plus the complement plus the question mark. Have you finished your homework? And you can answer yes, I have, or no, I have not, or no, I haven't. Then we have has she visited Paris? And please pay attention. Depending on the subject, you will use have or has. Has she visited Paris? No, she hasn't. Or no, or yes, she has, and things like that, right? Or no, she has not. Have they seen that movie? Yes, they have, or you can say no, they haven't, or no, they have not. It depends in which way do you want to answer. Without or with a contraction is up to you. Now let's see the uses of the present perfect. We will use it with actions that happen at a specific time before the present. For example, I have seen that movie. They have traveled to Japan. Then we have actions that started in the past and continue in the present, right? We have lived here for 5 years. If you see here in this context, it means that from the past they were living in the same house, and in the present they continue living in the same house. That's why it says we have lived here for 5 years. She has worked at the company since 2010, right? So pay attention in those details, and I think that this is like the key point of this topic, right? When someone asks you how do you define the present perfect, you can use this, right? Is an action that started in the past and continue into the present. That could be a question for a test. Who knows? And you will know the answers because just follow this channel. Let's see more uses. Recent actions with relevance to the present. I have just finished my homework. They have already left. Then we have life experiences without indicating when exactly. I have never been to Paris. He has tried sushi. Now let's see keywords used with the present perfect. These are like prepositions for, since, just, already, yet, never, and ever. For, to indicate the duration of an action that started in the past and continues into the present. For example, we have known each other for 10 years. Since, to indicate the specific moment in the past when the action started. She has worked here since 2015. Just, for actions that have happened very recently. I have just eaten. Then we have here already to express that something has happened earlier than expected on that it has already occurred. They have already finished the project. Then we have yet. Used for questions or negative sentences meaning still or yet. Have you finished your homework yet? I haven't eaten yet. Then we have here never to indicate that something has never happened. I have never been to New York. Then we have ever to talk about the experiences at any point up until the present. Have you ever visited Spain? So now let's see some example for you know how to answer. Have you ever been to Korea? This handsome guy asks to the girl, right? And she says, no, I haven't. So now let's make an activity time because maybe you're thinking, this topic it was really but really easy, like no brainer, right? Or is it cheesy? And that's why we will make an activity time together. Complete the sentences with the present perfect. I see that movie before. The subject I it should be with the auxiliary verb have or has. I don't know. Write it down below in the comments, and I'll be reading those comments to know if you understood or you got a little bit of my explanation. And if you didn't, I recommend you to rewatch my video for you to understand better. I see that movie before. And what is the past participle of the verb see? I don't know. Refresh me. She worked in this company for 3 years. They traveled to Italy this year. He never tried sushi. Hmm, which could be the answers, guys? I don't know. I'll be reading those comments. Thank you to watch my videos, guys. Don't forget to give a like and don't forget to subscribe. And this time I won't give the answers because I want that you read it down below in the comments to see if you understood my explanation. See you soon. I'll be reading those comments.